application. So majorly we are using your JFrame and JApplet. Why so JFrame and JApplet? Because JWindow doesn't have any border, no title, and no menu bar. And dialog box, whenever you need to, whenever you want to have a pop-up information, then you can use a dialog box. So that's why we will be using JFrame and the applet to implement your application. So what are the commonly used components inside that? So few of the most commonly used components or most commonly used methods, that's our add method, so which is used to add the component to the container. And size, we have to set the size of the frame, so we have to use the set size. Then we can use set default close operations. Then for the visibility of the window, we will be using set visible. And layout, the arrangement of the button, label, text box, for all such things we will be using layout. So these are the most commonly used methods in your JFrame. So directly we will start with the how to start writing the code. So now your JFrame, JFrame, JWindow, JDialog, JApplet, all are classes. All are classes. So imagine that you have a class called JFrame. Just an example I'm saying. So JFrame is there. So inside this JFrame, there are some methods. There are few methods are there. So void, show, like some methods are there. So how you are going to make use of this method inside this first swing class? I can directly create an object for this JFrame and I can use that inside my program. Am I right? So this is one way. So what is the another way? I can make, Nikita, any doubt?
No, ma'am, that was
Yes. Fine. So you can create the object like that. The other way is you can use inheritance concepts. That is, you can extend this JFrame and directly you can use the method and call the method and you can use the implementation part of that. So two ways you can use this class to access the methods of that particular class. So first we'll see one by one. So how to use, you came to know that how to use your class. So now if I wanted to do application in Swings, what header file I need to import it, or what x dot swing dot star, right? So java x dot swing dot star you have to use. So inside the swings there are some more packages also is there, like even package is there. Create an object for the JFrame and I can give the title here. So I can give some title. So this will be the title of my window where your JFrame is going to appear. So now it is done. So if I run this, will I get the output? My size, first I can set the size of my window. So I can use set size of width and height. So I'm giving my width is 400 and my height is 500. Yes, done. So now will I get that? No, also I'm not
No,
getting
ma'am.
any window. Okay. Next, what can I do? Can I use visibility? Yes, that is very important part over here. You have to use this visibility option for JFrame. By default, it will be false. So if you wanted to make that window to be visible, then you have to change that visibility to true. So now can you see the window? Small window. Can you see this?
Yes,
Yes. So this is actually the window. What is the name of the window here? Welcome to Swings, and it is having a minimize button, maximize button, and close. I didn't add anything. By default, it is having. If you want to add, you can add the menu bar also. This is the icon and this is the title of this. Or a label. I'll first just add a label and show you. Label is just a text kind of a thing. which will not get any user input, which is not going to get any user input. It just display the content whatever I'm going to use it. So JLabel is also a class which is already there inside your Swing package. So JLabel is a class, so I've created the object for that JLabel. So where I can send any of the label. So I'm just using welcome to Swings. So now I added this a small window, means where your swings is popping up, but you cannot, you can't see the label what I have added over there. So now for that, the major thing what you have to do is you have to use add of your label here. So now can you see the label here?
Yes, ma'am.
Welcome to Swings is visible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So, but it is not been aligned properly. So for that alignment, I can use a layout. So I can use certain layout. There are so many layouts, jf dot set layout. So in your layout, you have to create the object for the any type of layout. We have flow layout, border layout, grid layout, card layout. So many layouts are there. So what this flow layout will do, flow layout will arrange the buttons in a row. So first it will start filling the first row, then it will go to the next row, it will go to the third row. Like that, it will arrange it in the row by row order. So here I have created that, but it is showing some error. So can you see this flow layout is not J flow layout. It is a normal flow layout only. So wherever I'm using J, all these things are available inside the swings. But your flow layout is not being used inside the swings. So you have to import java.awt.star, because these components are available, means these classes are available inside the AWT package. Because Swings is built over to the AWT package, you can make use of AWT classes also inside the Swings. So this is the flow layout. So if I have used this layout, you can see your label is arranged properly. It
Yes,
came in
ma'am.
the first row. So now still, now I close this window. Is my ID is completely visible for you? Can you see my execution here? It is running
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
where
ma'am.
I'm keeping. Yes, fine. So if I close this, I closed it, but you can see down, still it is running. The execution is still running. Is it visible for everyone? Yes. So it is still running here. So if I want to close, I have to explicitly click here and I have to close it. So far I have executed 5 times. So it is showing 5 execution window. So I have to close it. You can use any one of the object which will be already there inside your JFrame. So if you go, you can see so many options are there. So I'm using one of that, hide on close. 4 options are there: hide on close, dispose on close, do nothing on close. Like that, we have so many options. So I have choose like hide on close. So now, or you can use hide on close, or you can use exit on close also. Hide on close means what will happen, that window is hidden. But if you give exit on close, is completely in capital letter, exit on close, then you can see now window is visible, right? This
Yes,
small
ma'am.
window, swing window.
Yes,
Now I'm
ma'am.
closing the swing window. Can you see that execution has also got closed?
Yes, ma'am.
So that is the use of your set
Yes,
default close operation. So now when you are using a frame for implementing any of your swings concept, either two ways you can do it. One, by creating object for that JFrame, or by extending the class. So first one, you have to set the size. If you're not setting the size of the window, that window size, if you're not setting, it will not be pop up, because the size of the window will be completely the desktop size. So you have to set the width and height of that particular window. Then If you wanted to have some layout, means like if you're placing a button or if you're placing a label, it wanted to come in the proper row or proper order, then you have to use a layout. We have so many layouts like flow layout, grid layout, border layout, so many layouts are there. So one of the layout what we are going to use it flow layout. You can use grid layout also. Grid layout means it will automatically divide the screen into 3 rows and 2 columns. Like that it will be dividing the screen, so according to that your buttons will get placed. So now if you want that window to be visible, it should appear onto your execution, then you have to use set visible true. By default set visible will be false. Until and unless if you make it visible, the screen will not be visible. For example, if I didn't do this, but I added everything, I added all the options, but I didn't do the visibility, then if I run the program, I can't see my window here because my visibility is not being true. So this is a very important point, you have to note it down. Next, to add any label, as an example I added the label. You can add button, you can add radio box, combo box. One by one we will discuss. So first, for a simple example, I added a label box, label over there. So label is not going to read any content from the user. It is just display whatever strings we have passed into this constructor. So now to add this component into your JFrame, you need to use the method which is called as add the component name. So JF is nothing but the object of the frame, and add is the method which you added this component onto the outer container as JFrame. Then what is the use of set default close operation? Whenever the window is open, even if I closed it, only the visibility of the window will be closed, but the execution will be happening at the back end. To stop that execution, we have to use default close operation. So we have few more methods for default close operations. One is and the exit on close, hide on close, dispose on close, do nothing on close. Like that we have so many options. So one of the options we are using as exit on close. This is clear how to just create a JFrame and how to set the visibility and how to add a component into that.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, from everyone, right? So now the second way, what is the second way I'm going to use? Instead of having a object for that, I'm going to extend this class directly. So if I'm extending this class directly, so what I don't want to do it, I don't want to create object of all these things. But the problem is I cannot use this inside my public static void main. Either I have to use inside any other method, or I can use it inside the constructor of my class. So I don't want to create the object of this JFrame. So I don't want to prefer any JF and all, because it is by default, it is going to be there. So I'm just added the label and I don't want to use this JF. So now this is the way you can use it. So how to call this constructor from the main method? If you want to call the constructor from the main method, you have to create object of that main method. So how to create the object? What is the name of that class? First swing, some name f is equal to new first swing, right? So this is the way you can create the object. So now I can create the anonymous object also. Instead of this name, I will just create new first swing alone. Is this creates object?
Yes,
Wherever
ma'am.
you use new, sure it will create the object. So instead of giving a name, I'm just using the new first swing alone. So if I run this, can you see the window?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So the window is here. So the label, whatever I placed it visible here, but I didn't have any title for this.
Yes, ma'am.
So how can I give a title? Last time what I did it, I used a JFrame. So I had a JFrame. I created one object for JFrame. And then through that object, I have just passed my title. Right? Like this, I did it. So what is this? What is this JFrame of welcome alone? new, next to new, what you're giving?
Constructor.
Yes, super. So this is a constructor. So what type of constructor it is?
Parameterized.
Parameterized constructor. Am I right? So what type of parameter it will take? It will take a string parameter. Now you can't create any object because you are extended that class. So what is inside this class JFrame? I have a constructor which is called as JFrame. Inside this
We,
JFrame, where
we
you
can
have
call
a
super.
yes. So you will be having a constructor with the parameter of string. So from this constructor, if I want to call the superclass constructor, I can directly use
No.
super and I can use my
Welcome.
welcome. So this string will be, this super will be calling the parameterized constructor which is there in the JFrame. So now if I run, can you see the string here?
Yes, ma'am.
So that welcome is placed here. So what is the other way I can use it? Instead of super, I can even use another one method which is called as set title. So you can use set title also to set the title of that window. So two ways you can use it. Either you can use super and pass the title, or you can use set title method to set the title of that particular JFrame window. Is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
So until this is clear. So either you can use super or you can use set title. Both methods is going to set the title of the particular JFrame window. So this is the way how you can use JFrame in the form of the inheritance concept. Now, you remember the threads, right? You remember threads?
Yes, ma'am.
So what is exactly thread means? So there will be one process. One process is going to divided into number of sub process. Each sub process will be taken care by one thread. Sir has given you example also. When you're typing Microsoft Word, when you're typing a spelling mistake, automatically spell checker will come. Right? So there is only one process. Your Microsoft Word where you're typing is only one process, but at the same time, your spell checker is also doing its own process. So that is like two different threads are running. One is for typing, another one is for doing the checking for one process. Like that, here, how many processes there in this program? I mean, how many threads is there in this program? How many process? Only one process. How many thread is there in this program? For every program, by default, one thread will be there. What is that thread?
Main thread.
Yes. So by default, for all the program, one thread will be there. That is your main thread. Your Xwing utilities, where you can create a event dispatcher thread, which is having a method invoke wait and invoke later. Can you see two methods is automatically showing here? So what is mean by invoke later and invoke wait in the sense? Invoke later in the sense it will go take this swing application, add it to the queue in the existing thread, and it will come back and do the other works. The thread will come back to the original process and it will take another task and it will do until that thread comes to the execution part. Means like if you imagine that there are 10 threads in the queue, this is the 10th thread. So this 10th thread will be placed in the queue and the control will come back to the original process and take another thread. Any operation is there means it will take care and it will process it until the thread which is placed on the queue will come to the execution part. So that is called as invoke later. What is invoke and wait? The thread, once it is placed in the queue, it will wait there only until that particular JFrame application is come to the execution and complete the execution. Then only the thread will come back to the original process. That is the meaning of these two different methods. So now mostly they will be using invoke later. So invoke later, if I wanted to use that, I have to create a runnable interface. That is, I have to implement the runnable interface. So runnable interface. So now I'm typing something, right? So what is the method which is inside the runnable interface? Anyone? What is a method which is inside the runnable interface? There is only one method which is inside the runnable interface.
Run method.
Run method,
Yes,
ma'am.
it is public void run method is there. So inside this run method, I'm going to create the object of your constructor. I mean, the object of your class, which is called as first to swing. Right? So now I have created the object. So now what will happen? This will be, that means the concept, whatever I have written here, JLabel, window, all these things will be taken by a separate thread. And your public static void main will be a separate thread. So totally how many threads are here? Totally in this program, how many threads are there?
Yeah, ma'am.
2 threads.
2 threads. One thread is main thread, another thread is your JFrame thread. Right? So JFrame will be executed separately, and your main method, whatever you have given after this line, you can give any number of statements. You can use system.out.println, or you can use any other method, or you can use any. Can I make use of your JApplet? JApplet is also a class. Right? So I'm just using here JApplet. So JApplet is also a class. So now what is the life cycle of your applet? First, which method will be called in your applet? First, which method will be called in your applet?
Init.
Init method. So from init method, which method will get called?
Start.
Start. So from start, it can be called as stop or destroy. Stop means suspending the applet. Destroy means deleting it from the memory. So that 4 things you can do. If you want to do any processing inside the applet, which you need to do?
Paint.
Paint. So paint is a method which is very important to do the processing of your applet. But in your JSwings or JApplet, you didn't have any paint method. There is only 4 life cycle methods. One is init, start, stop, and destroy. There is no paint inside your JApplet. Then how can I use it? You can type the code, the completely whatever you wanted to do it inside a init method itself. So for example, is applet is having any public static void main? Is it having any main method? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
Applet is having any main method? No, applet is not having any main method because it's been called by the web browser, right? So we don't want it to have any main method. So I'll just have a method like this, or I can use directly inside my init. So if I have the init, so I can just use all these things is not required. You can make a simple thing. So no need of all these things. So now I'm having a label. And I don't want this default close operations and all. So now if I run this, we'll see whether we are getting the output. So what is happening here? So what I should do, you know already applet. So now you clearly tell me what I need to do. What is the problem in this program?
We have to comment for the.
Comment for the?
Ma'am, we have to write HTML code, ma'am, here.
Don't need all such things and all. We can use applet viewer for running that, right? So where you wanted to use HTML code, when you wanted to implement through the browser, then you can use your HTML code and all. But here I don't want to use HTML code and all. So I can use the applet viewer. But what should be the main point? Main point for your applet?
Applet viewer.
Huh?
I'm override the init function.
Override. I already did it. I have used init
Import
function.
applet.
What? You have to use public, because this is not going to be accessed as main method. It is going to accessed through your web browser, and in turn your JVM is going to call this class. So the class have to be public. Otherwise your applet cannot be executed. This is the first very important point you have to know. Now the applet viewer is visible for you.
Yes, ma'am.
So can you see the label is placed here? Yes, can you see the
ma'am.
label? Yes. So if you want to give the title, you can use set title and you can give the title and all. So now it is like very simple. I didn't use any set size. I didn't use any visibility. I didn't use any set default close and all. So all these things is not required for my JApplet because all these things will be taken care by your JVM itself. I don't want to worry about this. But when I'm using a JFrame, I have to use all these things by default inside my application. Only that is the difference between your JApplet and JFrame. So here everything will be taken care because I didn't have any main method over here. So everything whatever by default is required for a window, that will be taken care by your JVM. Now I just wanted to write what is the requirement of that alone. Right. So this is the one way. So instead of this, I can have another method also, like public void some method. I'll have some method name, so label. So inside this method I will give this complete code, and in this init I can call the method. So how can I call the method? How can I call the method? Is it possible to call the method like this? Yes or no?
Mm,
So can you see again the same applet window?
yes, ma'am.
Yes. So there is two ways to do that. One, you can write the complete execution code inside this init, or you can write it in any of the method and call the method which is inside, which is called inside the init. So what is the use of init? Initialization. It is going to do the applet initialization by in turn call your start. Even if you use start also, this will work. Either start, even if you call start also, by default, what will be called? Your init only will be called, right? So then your start will go, then your stop and destroy will be done. So either you can use start or you can use init, and your code can be directly given within init, or you can write it in a separate method, and that method can be called inside the init. So what is a simple thing over here in this applet? I don't want it to use certain by default methods inside my program. That is, in my JFrame, I use my set this default close operation, then visibility, then size and all. I have used it. So many things I don't want it to use it inside my applet. That is the advantage of using this applet. So even in your textbooks also, you can see most of the things is used through applet only, because you can use it through applet viewer, or you can implement that using your web browser also. As he told, you can write an HTML code and call this applet code class, and it will be executed through your web browser also. That is also possible. Now, coming back. So now I wanted to place a button here. I placed a label. Now I'll just put a button over here. Button, J button. The name of the class is J button. Where is the classes reside? This class is completely inside your Java X.Swing package. So J button. So I just wanted to give the name of the button. So giving click. So over to that, it will be there. Next, what I should do? I created a component. Now the component need to be added to the container. For that, what I should do? Yes, for that, what I should do?
Add method. Add
I
method.
have to
JB.add.
add JB. I have to add JB. So now whether the button is visible onto that window. Can you see the button is visible onto this window?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm doing click operation, click. So anything is happening here.
No, ma'am.
Why?
Event.
Wanted to implement my action listener. So here I'm using this applet class. Either if you're using JFrame also, you can use it. But action listener is what? An interface. So if it is an interface, what can I do? I have to
Yes, implement.
implement my action listener, because my action listener is an
Interface.
interface. So I have to implement this action listener class. Action listener interface. Right? So now what is by default? It is having one method. It is already having it. What is that one method? What is the method which is already having inside the action listener? What is the method it is having inside action listener? Now only I showed you. Public void action performed, which is going to take action event as the object. So this one you have to implement it, right? So how you are going to implement this action listener? First step, what you have to do, you have to register this. So for registering, what you have to do, you have to use jb dot add action listener. You have to use add action listener. So first, this is called as your action listener registration. So once you have did with this action listener registration, you have to pass the object of that. My object, whatever I'm going to pass, is nothing but your this, right? I'm going